from Little Falls, New Jersey, in car 43.
Well, he won the 1991 Indoor Championship here last year in Niagara Falls. He's starting from the pole. Andy Makareth, what's it going to be tonight?
Well, we got a lot of tight competition. The times have been awful close, so we got a great starting spot. You can't ask for any better. So we're just going to get out there and try and lead it right from the pole. We did it last time, so no reason why we can't do it again.
Well, there you go. There's the word from the pole sitter. For more, let's go to Mike at the far end of the pack.
Well, here's a man to watch. Keith Dempster qualified #1 for tonight's event. However, he's starting in the A feature right at the back. Keith, how do you think you're going to make it through the field?
Well, it's a long race. You just got to be patient and hope you don't get lapped, and by the end we'll be there. We'll be up front, but won't say we'll win this one, but we'll be up there.
Keep your eye on this man. He started out with the quickest car.
Long way to go to catch his friend Andy Makareth on the pole from Etobicoke, Ontario, the reigning 91 indoor champ.
From Byron, New York, Billy Colton Jr., the 80 Rookie of the Year at Lancaster Speedway.
Outside of row number 2, Joe Payne Jr., the 92 U.S. TQ Midget champion. If he gets a good start, he's going to be tough to catch.
So many of these guys are go-karters. Jim Johnstone is one of those from Hamilton.
And inside row number 3, Mike Titebeck, Little Falls, New Jersey. He knows the setup to get around here quickly.
From Mount Hope, Ontario, the 1991 Rookie of the Year in Midget Racing, this is Dan May.
Dan looking for his first career Can-Am Midget win. The rest of the field, rows 4, 5, and 6. There's Bentley Warren in row number 4 from Kennebunkport. He's got legions of fans all over the place, and I bet there's a lot of them that have come to watch him run.
Mike Osite, we saw a little earlier. Dave McKnight is the man, though, we will keep our eye on. He and Norm Everschlag in that B feature had such a battle.
There's Keith Dempster at the back as Mike Goodwin was talking to him. I don't think it's going to take him too long to get up there, really make it a factor. The crowd is into this. Look at this.
50 laps. They'll do 50 laps here at the Niagara Falls Convention Center. And on the pole, that number 40 of Andy Makareth.
And beside him, there's a 2 in front of that 4. You go with the numbers on the roll cage, not on the tanks. That is the 24 of Billy Colton Jr. out of Byron, New York, beside Andy Makareth. Is going to have to really get going here off the start.
All right, put your money right down now. Are we going to have, how many laps are we going to go before we see a yellow?
Oh, you can't ask me that on a track this size. That's great. Perfect start for Andy Makareth. It looks like he got a jump that may be small L or small I illegal, but he got the perfect start. That's where he wants to be up front. The guy's got the capability in the car to stay there all race long. Mark my words.
Hey, listen, in full credit to these guys, they've strung it out, and it was clean. And you're right, as we said earlier, you want to be out in front, and that's where Makareth is.
Andy Makareth out of Etobicoke, Ontario. These cars are essentially the same ones that they run outdoors during the summer, but they can run a lighter car indoors. Keith Dempster was telling me as an example as he moves his way up from the rear of the pack. His car, the same as he runs outdoors, Vic, but it's about 50 pounds lighter for the indoors.
The number 24, Billy Colton Jr., he continues to hold on to second place, but it's the third place now car. That's the number 27, Joe Payne Jr., making the move. Payne Jr. out of Hawthorne, New Jersey. The 92, the reigning U.S. three-quarter midget champion. But look at that man in the 40 go. That's Andy Makareth.
Makareth wired in very, very nicely up front. Going to be tough to catch. We keep on saying that, but it's true. It really is.
And traffic, so much a part of indoor racing. I mean, you're on it within a couple of laps.
You were mentioning Joe Payne Jr. out of Hawthorne, New Jersey, car number 27, the 1991 champion here. So he knows these guys. He knows this track. He knows what it takes to get this thing done. But right now, Makareth, a great job. He's into traffic already.
Well, exactly. And one of the guys he just passed, he's lapped already, is Keith Dempster, the number 5 out of Mississauga.
That's right.
You know, he won in January here last year. He had that crack against the wall. He's got it back, but it's just not handling. Oh, look at this.
Oh, no.
Oh, Makareth over the back of Everschlag, and yellows are out all over the place.
Yellows are out all over the place, but as far as I know, now the hand up in frustration. I think he's worried he's going to lose some positions here. And I was just going to say, are we going to get a yellow? They got really tightly packed. He was doing such a great job of getting through the traffic, but the white flag comes out here with the first yellow. He's back up front again. Did not lose a spot. That's good news for him.
All right, they've sorted it out. So once again, Makareth continues to lead. And holding on to second place, the 24 of Billy Colton Jr. They were 1-2. They started pole, and outside row 1 as the green flag falls again.
Hal Lawrence turns him loose. Now the challenge is back on again. This is stanza number 2. The 50-lap feature here, the A-Main in the Can-Am Niagara Indoor Midget Challenge on race line. We're thrilled that you're along with us.
In third place, the number 21 of Jimmy Johnstone from Hamilton, Ontario.
He's doing a nice job out here. I like his aggression. I really do.
And you have to be aggressive. That's the key. I mean, let's put it this way. It's a short track. If a hole opens up, you gotta get them in, gotta dive in,
even if it isn't there.
Exactly, because the point is, if you don't take advantage, you're always going to be behind.
Oh yeah. You've got to pick those corners. You've got to watch out. But look at the way McElrath gets around these corners. You remember McKnight swinging a little wider earlier on in the B main. Compare that to the style of Andy McElrath.
Look at this.
Norm Evershaw is on his lid and back down again. The yellow comes out. Oh my, that looks nasty from here. But he's okay. He's waving. He's all right.
He's waving. I'm alive in here. Norm Evershaw got it sideways, maybe got a little tap. We've seen it before, but
he's all right. Look
unbelievable.
At this. I don't think the car's even dead. It didn't even bend the car.
Yeah, look at
the rim there.
Left rear.
Left rear rim is a little askew, but he didn't lose even the number card on the roll cage, but he got right up on his lid and flipped back down again. As we know, these open wheel cars, even the full-size sprint cars, once they get rolling and bumping and bouncing around, it can really get violent. He's all right.
All right, we've completed just about half of this race. That flip over on lap 25, and it continues to be the number 40, Andy McElrath, in front.
Just seems we got started. Already we're halfway through, but don't forget, 9 seconds for a lap? Hal Lawrence, green flag. Now we've got the challenge going on again. And Billy Colton in that former Murph Treichler Ivan Little machine, a great job to stay with him.
Hey, listen, and if you're Colton Jr., you're looking for the yellows because it seems that McElrath just had that little bit extra jump, a little get up and go. The yellows bring him back.
Consistency is what's doing this right now for McElrath. Notice how he doesn't give you a lot of room in the corners. That Dave McKnight comparison, he swings wide, gives the guy in second place, Colton, a chance to look in there. McElrath doesn't give you much to look at, does he?
Tell you what, a lot of courtesy indoor racing as well. You saw that number 53, that's Graham Kells out of Woodstock, Ontario, going to the inside, letting the guys have the outside, and you guys go racing. I'm here. Just don't touch me.
Don't stay out of the way, but you've got to stay out of the way of the leaders, and that's the way it's done, especially on a track of this size. Oh, wow. All kinds of bumping in behind.
And
Billy
it's
Colton.
McElrath and Colton.
Wow.
Unbelievable. See, McElrath got hung up behind that slower car, moved to the outside, and boom, he hit him right there because Colton was looking to the outside.
You know what I love about this? They run into that trouble. The car's getting a little bit out of control. They don't lift. No. They try and steer out of it.
No,
they don't lift on that throttle at all.
They just try and go up and over.
They drive out of it. They don't de-throttle out of it or brake. They just try and drive around it.
Or they drive through you.
Well, they could do that. McElrath threading his way through traffic.
And once again, you can see Dempster. Dempster is right there, but Dempster is not a factor right now.
Not now. He has been lapped and was lapped quite a bit earlier on by Andy McElrath out of Etobicoke, the reigning 91 indoor-outdoor champion. And he's showing you the reason why. This is a masterful bit of driving by him.
The 06 car, that's Dave McKnight. Again, not a factor right now as we near the three-quarter mark of this 50-lap feature here at the Niagara Falls Convention Center.
Dave McKnight winning the B main, but so far, as you said, not really much of a factor here in the main show. The A main of the Niagara Falls, New York Convention Center, the kickoff of the Can-Am Niagara Indoor Midget Challenge. McElrath is just doing a fabulous job out here.
And I tell you what, they're all working extra hard. It's the long way around for everybody. McElrath still, though, holding off Colton Jr.
You remember earlier in the show, Vic, we mentioned how important it is to stay near the front. A guy who has impressed me, go back in the pack, you get flashes of that bright yellow car. Yeah, Dan May out of Mount Hope, trying desperately to stay up here near the leaders. It's not easy to catch this McElrath guy, but if he's in the top 5, even the top 10 on a track this size, he still might be in business. So everybody in between.
Look out.
No, oh no! McElrath all the way around. Was he pushed? Did he just lose it or what? He's going to get a push here. Has he stalled it? I'm not sure.
Unbelievable.
Oh no.
He has led from start to finish. Andy McElrath spinning.
Yeah, he's
on lap.
He's swearing
49.
Too. He's swearing
49 of 50. Can you believe this?
No, this is unbelievable. He is really. I can understand how he can be very, very angry. There's the 74 sitting there, Ken Lorenz out of Lancaster, New York. But McElrath, I mean, it happened so fast. Did you see it, Vic? Did he get pushed from behind or just lose it?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't think so. I didn't think they were that close.
Yeah. But everything can just tighten up so quick in these corners. that Makareth went all the way around. Okay, we need an answer for this question. 7th here, the indoor challenge. Who won the first one? You said Johnny Parsons.
Yeah, I thought Johnny Parsons because they may have invited him up to give it a good, bit of a jump start.
What about Bentley Warren? What about Ron Sleepy Tripp, a legend in these cars? Good picks, but it was Bentley Warren.
Bentley Warren, yep, the better.
Kennebunkport, 84, 85, and out here running in the 7th anniversary of the Niagara Indoor Midget Challenge. As we get back to the restart, shuffle the deck. This is strip poker. What happened to Andy Makareth and the 24 of Billy Colton Jr.?
Well, you almost have to figure that the starter and the people looking at this decided that they both got into it. Maybe Colton tapped him and they said, boys, back of the pack, you're both penalized, and look who's now our leader.
And didn't we talk about the importance of getting close and staying to the front? Right up here, Dan May out of Mount Hope, Ontario, takes the point here in the latter stanza of this 50-lap main event here in the Can-Am Niagara Indoor Midget Challenge. What a break for this young man. My goodness.
Running in second place, the number 21. That's Jim Johnstone out of Hamilton, Ontario.
Great job by him. Like his aggression at the beginning of the night here, and it looks like it may pay off here with a top 3 finish, maybe if they hang on here.
And a guy we thought was out of it, running in 3rd spot, that's the number 06 of Dave McKnight, the 90 outdoor champion in 3/4 midget racing.
Man, he is so smooth. We watch him do that in the super modifieds. He's able to do that as well in his TQ midget car. Now maybe a shuffle here for 2nd place with Johnstone. Oh, and Dave McKnight tried that outside line and got punted away.
Exactly. He just ran out of room. Now the final lap signaled by the starter here in Niagara Falls.
What a turn of events. Andy Makareth looked like he might go flag to flag, coast to coast, but no, he gets punted from behind by Colton Jr., and he's there to pick up the checkered flag. Dan May out of Mount Hope, Ontario. I keep saying it, but it's important. He finally has his first Can-Am win.
And you can tell how pleased he is, but what a dramatic turn of events here as you had the number 40 Makareth and then Billy Colton Jr. get into it. There's your winner.